Everybody, I'm going to the desk with meteorologist Zach Duhame, and we had an absolutely gorgeous morning out there, at least heat-wise. I mean, you really could go out there in shorts.
Literally, if I wasn't in a suit, I'd be in shorts. And actually, the temperature right now is the average temperature should be at this time in July.
That's wild.
It's November. Thanksgiving's like 2.5 weeks away.
I mean, why not?
Just doesn't seem right.
A little bit more summer for us, I guess.
Right. We had a record high yesterday. We're going to talk about what that temperature was. Incredible. Broke the record set back in 2020. We may be close to it once again today. Look at this. 9 o'clock in the morning, temperatures approaching the 70-degree mark. This is maybe a little bit overdone. Now, this shows some steadier rain coming in around the lunchtime hour. I think it's more scattered about. So I think we'll see a couple of light showers here and there at times today. But I think most towns are mainly dry. So not quite as nice as yesterday. Well, obviously with any rain, yesterday we didn't have any rain. But I think most of us are mostly dry. This latest model paints a wet picture, but we'll see what happens. And then again tonight, another mild night with temperatures that will be in the 60s once again. So 64 right now. South wind helping pump in that heat at 13 miles per hour. Dew point 60, so it feels a little bit sticky out there. Luckily, there's no fog to talk about. So current temperatures, I'm going to step out of the way. Look at these numbers, guys. 67 in New Haven, 68 for Poughkeepsie and Albany, 66 in Pittsfield, 64 in Westfield, 65 Hartford, and in Providence, 60s in the Cape, 60s everywhere. Yeah, that's well above the average high. Dew points low to mid 60s, so it is definitely a more tropical feel out there. A 64 dew point in Boston is going to feel like the summer out there today with the heat and humidity. Yeah, just incredible. Now, there are some clouds obviously around, and I think it'll be mostly cloudy today, but we got to watch a cold front back to the west until this moves through some point tomorrow. A risk for a shower or two is possible. I think the best chance is this morning, then again this evening. So see this little round of rain. Most models have this fizzling. We'll have to see what happens over the coming hours. Could get a little light rain in here around lunchtime. So yes, we had a new record high yesterday, or I should say yesterday, 77 back off of 74 from the day from 2020. So incredible there with the heat. So we did it yesterday. We're going to be close to tying it today. Probably not on Monday, but still an amazing stretch of weather considering we should be in the mid 50s this time of year. Dew points also, I mentioned it, staying pretty, humid for tomorrow. Then it drops like a rock for most of the week, comes up a little bit towards late in the week. This is also the temperature trend. So warm tomorrow, then much cooler towards midweek, a little bit warmer later in the week. Now the tropics, I'm mentioning the tropics, right? Well, we may have something to track eventually, a high likelihood of seeing some type of storm develop and head towards Florida mid to late week. The question is, how does that impact our forecast? Some models has a storm, a tropical or a coastal type storm kind of forming into Florida, then maybe riding up the east coast, bringing us not a tropical storm, but some heavy rain and gusty winds. We'll have to see how that happens. One of the models shows that right here. This is the Euro long-range model for Saturday morning, a cold front back to the west. And there's your storm riding along the east coast with very heavy rain, some strong gusty winds. This is about 5-6 days out, so you know the drill. Plenty of time to track. But again, it looks like from Friday evening right through the weekend, we got to watch the potential for a strong coastal storm that could be eventually form into a hurricane down to Florida and then move our way as some type of moisture or a storm later in the forecast. Plenty of time to track, but that's the next weather headache as well. Now, this weekend, we fell back the clocks last night. So what does that mean? So the sunrise is an hour earlier. The sunset also is an hour earlier, of course. It has to balance itself out, right? So we got the extra hour of sleep. So sunrise is this morning, 6:29. Tonight, though, sunset, 4:38. This afternoon's forecast, 71 to 77. We're going to get near the record warm. Could be a shower or two, breezy and cloudy like yesterday. 63, a shower overnight, very mild. Once again, the 10-day forecast looks like this. Back to reality for Election Day, mid-50s, a little bit breezy as well. So no weather troubles for those getting out to cast your vote. Seasonal for Wednesday, a little bit warmer on Thursday. Then again, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday time frame, all depends on what happens with that storm. So have to watch it closely. Could be some rain and gusty winds depending on how close that tracks. One thing for certain, once that passes by, much chillier with highs in the 40s earlier next week.